Okay guys, welcome back to the Beavertown compound. If you're new here, welcome. Check us out. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So I'm John and we're at the Beavertown compound, and today's video is going to be another video about the greenhouse. I've promised a couple of times now with greenhouse updates that I'd show you guys how I change my nutrient solution out and mix it. I think I got some good footage for you how to do that. So we're going to show that how we change it out in the bucket system. Not going to show everything, just going to show you on doing one. That way you get the idea. It's just repetitive once you get the process down. Where we're at with, I'll show you too where we're at with the plants, and you guys check it out. I think you'll be pleased. I know I am. Check it out. So over here, we got our famous raised beds here. There's our cucumber plants. They're taking off. Not looking like we're seeing flowers yet, but we should be close. When we see flowers, soon will be cucumbers. Strawberry plants are doing well. Again, not really seeing flowers yet, but we've got to be close. Just fertilized these the other day. The raised planters, they're holding water, doing what they're supposed to do, and it's gonna be a hot one this weekend again, folks. We're gonna be hot and dry. No rain in the forecast. So actually my morning was started off with water in the other plants in the ground level beds. So we're gonna walk around here. My nice Japanese maple. Looks just glorious. I love it this time of year. It's such a cool tree. It was here when we moved in here, but I moved it. The previous owners, they planted it right up against the house. Don't know that was the greatest idea, so we moved it out here. Of course, then I built all the greenhouse and everything, so it's a little hard to see from the house, but we get this jungle out here all cleaned up, which that's on my to-do list. Get a nice fire pit and everything. It'd be a nice decorative tree out here. So out here, our cabbage plants, broccoli plants, and more cabbage plants that were again supposed to be cauliflower, but thank you, Lowe's, for had the tags wrong. Silly moth. Yeah, we're starting to get the moths in here. I'm gonna have to get the old 7 out and start spraying it or dusting these, so that way, they go away. That and put some Irish Spring out. So, yeah, now I'm seeing them. It's getting time to deal with them. Although, knock on wood, they're not doing too bad, chewing me up. So that's those. Well, that's some cabbage plants. They're doing good. They definitely need lots of water, though. I think an old friend told me that I think they require at least a gallon of water a week. So that's a lot of water. But we're making it. Like I said, started off the hose line, took it out there, watered them up. So in here in the greenhouse, you see the bucket here. I've actually been working already. I was already working on getting these changed out. So here's tomato plants. Tomato jungle. Waiting to see Tarzan swinging off one of these. These, we are getting flowers. See right in here, that is the future makings of a delicious tomato. As long as the bugs do their job, start doing some pollinating, which tomatoes will pollinate just by air movement, but in the greenhouse, there's not a whole lot of air movement. The only fan I've got is a little solar powered fan just to kind of circulate some air. There's that moth. He likes us today. They're cool looking, but yeah, they're destructive. And over here, here's the pepper plants, pepper towers. They are huge. So that's those. So one of the things that's been an immense help with doing this is one of these little pumps here. Powered on 2 D-cell batteries. Get it at Harbor Freight for a couple of bucks. That's instead of waiting for these little things to drain out of a straw, out of that little sight gauge, they tell you to tip that over and just drain it that way. That takes forever, and I have no patience. So all I gotta do to pump it out is stick this down in there. Now, down inside, I don't think you can see it, this plant doesn't have as many roots all the way down at the bottom, you kind of stir it around there a little bit just to make sure that you're not getting the trap roots into the pump, because it will slow it down and you won't be happy with the result. But now we're just going to turn this on, and out we go. Now we're pumping the old nutrient solution out, and we just keep letting it go until she runs out. And by the time I do this, usually the buckets are down to about half or less, so I can empty more than one into one bucket. So I use my green bucket. That's what I use to put the used solution in. And sometimes if the outside plants are due for feeding, or we're kind of in between feedings, you know, I'll dump this on there, because there's still some nutrient value to this water, and so far it hasn't hurt anything. You know, nutrient solution for hydroponics is meant to be all-inclusive for growth. So my plants outside seem to be doing good that aren't hydroponics just by using up some of the used water. You know, to me, I guess that seems more environmentally friendly. As part of the point of this is you use less water, which I definitely do. This doesn't, you know, I'm only changing water once every 2 weeks and just adding a couple gallons here or there through the week when the really hot days. But you know, if I can reuse this water to help the other plants grow, I think I'm getting the most use out of water I can possibly get. So eventually this is just going to run out, and this bucket's going to be definitely full by the time we're done. So we'll just let it run out and take this one out and dump it. I just used regular fertilizer the other day on the plants, so this is just getting dumped. This is going to be kind of wastewater. You know, sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mother Earth. All right, so we're done. See, you can hear it hissing up here. And we shut it off. Let it drain. You get a little bit back. You're not going to get everything out of here, and you know, I guess it doesn't seem to hurt the plants really if we leave a little bit of the old in. Pump over here to the side, and I've already got the nutrient solution mixed up. I'll actually go back and show you how we did that here in a second. Okay guys, so what we're going to do here, we're going to mix up a batch of nutrients in this bucket here. Bucket. So at this point, we're at the stage of I want things to bloom and to make fruit on these tomatoes and these peppers. So on the back of the bottle, all these bottles, on the product I use, you see this chart here. Hopefully you can see it. Different stages require different amount of nutrients. The stage we're at requires less nitrogen, more phosphate, and all the other stuff. So for this one, we're going to do, for a 5-gallon bucket, we're doing a teaspoon and a half of Grow, which is your big nitrogen. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of the Micro, which is all the little micronutrients that a growing plant needs for a plant to stay healthy. We don't need a huge amount of plant growth anymore, as you guys have seen. This is all getting to be, the plants are all huge. So I don't need the plants to grow, now I need the flower to grow fruit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, so we got those in there. Now, we got this nice little slurry of different colors, kind of a dark red, brown. So now we're going to fill it up with water. Big gallon. Okay, we're going out here to the hose. Okay, I got my hose, just plain old hose water. I don't use softened water. I just straight out of my well. This is just straight out of my well with a filter in it. I just want to make sure it's good and mixed. Darn horsefly tried to bite me. I don't have any horses around here, but I got deer. Lots of deer. There we go, a little bit more. That's roughly 5 gallons. I'm probably not as precise as some people would be. Some people say you gotta be. I'm having good results with what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna keep doing it that way. Alright, so now we're gonna pump this into one of the buckets. So now that we got it emptied, we take our nice fresh bucket of nutrient solution, put it up here, and again I lift it up so that it takes a little bit of the wear and tear off of little Mr. $10 pump, $7 pump, and yeah. So now, actually, we're gonna take. I almost lost track of which one I'm doing. So this plant here, actually, I started filling. It takes a little less than 5 gallons to fill one of these up. So I think we're just showing you how to top these off. We're just gonna do. I'm gonna top this one off because I got to get the other bucket down and get to where we can get this bucket lifted up onto here. So again, we're not going too far uphill. So what I've done is, as you've seen, was take the. Now we're going to pump into. So we just put it in there, tuck it in the lid, got her down in solution, turn it on, and there we go. So the other reason I'm going to show you on this one is this one's easier to see the sight gauge. So right there, I don't know how well you can see, there's a little sight gauge there. And down here, there's a little, let's see if I put my hand there, maybe you can see there's a little ball there, you can see where the water is. So we're not filling all the way up to the top. Basically, you just want it so the bottom of the basket is submerged. So that's about right here. And you can actually see now there's a good line kind of started there where it's been, where I keep that water level. So we're just going to go till that reaches right here, which we're right, getting close, getting closer, getting closer. Just a little bit more. Gotcha. Alright, so we just shut her off. She drains back down. And yeah, so we still got solution. I'm going to put the rest of this into the one you saw me drain here in the back. So that's that, guys. You know, that's how we drain and refill. Like I said, it's every 2 weeks we do that. And, you know, like I said, you just keep them topped off in between there. And boy, are we just doing great. So that's how you refill, how you change solution in hydroponics. It's not much different for these. Okay, it's just a bigger reservoir. So we take same process. I'm going to shut the pumps down. I shut down the air pumps on there. These are actually water pumps, so I definitely shut these down. Okay, open up the lid, pump out from there into buckets, take it out, dump it out, or use it on the outside plants, whatever I choose to do with it. And then when we're done, I just mix up a bucket of solution, pump it in. Usually takes 2 buckets for each of these. These are 12-gallon tote, and I usually put about 10 gallons in. So that seems to work pretty good. You know, it seems like I got a lot more in there, but it's actually less water using for a lot more plants. So, and as you guys can see, these plants are doing great too. I mean, wow, I can't complain. The only thing I'm worried about is I'm starting to tip over when they get when they start actually putting peppers out. I mean, luckily peppers aren't super full of water like tomatoes, so they shouldn't require as much trellising, but you know, we'll see what happens. I do have that one tomato plant in here, and he's going to town too. So that's that. That's how we do the change. Like I said, it's the same rate. Just mix up your ratios. I use 5-gallon buckets because I'm used to it. I know how many tablespoons at each fill it needs to go, and we just make it happening. So hopefully in the next video you're gonna see some peppers and some tomatoes. So anyway, we got the plants all filled up with new solution, and they're pumping away. Fired the pumps back up, and there they go, spitting and sputtering, circulating that new nutrient solution, tailor-made for making those little flowers turn into tomatoes. And then, like I said, we've got, you can see this, done the change on here too, on the pepper towers. We've got solution flowing. We're good. Which is good to see it flowing like that, because it worries me with this tomato plant that it ended up living in the pepper tower. They got a big root system. If you look inside these, which I've showed you before, the big root ball on the bottom, imagine that filling up that tube, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it. So hopefully it stays that way, right? Awesome. Well guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Beavertown Outdoors, the Beavertown compound. If you like what you saw, please hit a like button. Hit the subscribe button, punch them all, share it. Send me around the world, or at least virtually around the world. And that was the thing, right? For the last 2 years, virtual. All right, I'm funnier in my own mind. Anyway, if you like it, if you like what you see, I got more videos out. I think this is gonna end up being number 6 or 7. I don't know, I'm a bit busy. Sorry it's taken more, I'm not on a regular schedule yet, guys. I work for a fire department that is grossly understaffed and missing a few guys right now, and yeah, so my normal scheduled hours plus a lot more, and then trying to keep up with the compound. A couple more years, I'll be glad when I retire, not because I don't love my job, but I just don't have time for that work thing. So I'd rather be doing the work directly for my family instead of for other people. So anyway, lofty goals, right? So till next time, guys, be good to each other, take care of yourselves, be safe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, and bye-bye.